morning. Sorry, you can see my dog's butt. Toby, there we go. You can see his face better now. So, if you watched a previous video, you would have seen me having a mini meltdown over the fact that I spent too much on my food shop, and some holidays I've just spent way over budget. So now I'm actually in my food cupboard and I'm sorting out all the food and putting it all tidy, writing a list of everything that I've got, and I'm going to make meal plan for the next 2 to 3 weeks of the food that we have. So when I go shopping over the next couple of weeks, I'm only buying essential food and I'm not buying unwanted, unnecessary items. But I will still be buying a few Christmas items to put away. That was just my son you saw through the door going to the loo. I'm back again. So it's not a ghost, that's my child. So I'm going to turn around and show you cupboard 1, cupboard 2, 3 and 4, the fridge and the freezers, and hopefully I'll be able to make some kind of meal plan out of all of it. So let's have a look. So all this here is like my son's treat stuff, so he doesn't really need any more extra treats. He's got some party rings and some cookies over there. He's got these new jammy Dodgers apple and blackcurrant flavour, and he's also got these Ice Gems candy floss, so he doesn't need any biscuits. He's also got 2 of these wagon wheels that I didn't know he had. He's got some cookies that my mum got from work that she gave to us, some Milky Bars. He's still got an Easter egg, people. I mean, what's this about? What's it about? 2 massive M&M cookies as well. These Pepero white chocolate cookie stick things, and he's got these croissant chocolate pans he can have for breakfast. He's also got some Pringles. He's got the ready salted ones, and he's got the sour cream and chive. And then he's got some Jacob's crackers and a random penguin biscuit, which I have no idea where that come from. And then in here he's got mini packets of Oreos, and he's got other packets of Oreos, fruit strings and fruit stars and yo-yos, but those will come in handy for school. But I don't think he needs any more treats for a while. And to be honest, I'm at that point now where I feel like if you do want treats, we're going to start making them from home, because 1, it's going to be cheaper because you get more out of the ingredients, and 2, it's going to be a bit healthier for him because there's not all the extra additives. I don't know. I'm in panic mode right now, so we don't know what we're doing. But that's cupboard 1. Oh, there is other stuff in the cupboard. So in here is all my oats. So you can see I've got 2 boxes and a packet and a half of porridge oats. The reason is, where my dad works, they do a food bank there as well. He doesn't work at the food bank, but they host a food bank in the centre. Anyway, they said that they can't give these away because they're slightly out of date. So my dad said, oh, I'll take them because he has porridge now and again. I went round there and said, I have porridge every day. So they gave me 2 packets. I already used a packet of oats and 2 boxes. And I've already had some and some muesli. So I'm good for porridge for a good few months there. And then up here in this basket, he still has some of these carrot puffs left over, some mini breadsticks. He's got some more Jacob's crackers, but the packet ripped, so he just put it in a food bag, and he's got some thins. So I think for the next couple of weeks, he can make do with what he's got. So that is that cupboard there. So I'm going to put all that back and then start on that one. So this is the next cupboard. This is all our tinned food. This is more for my lunches and stuff. There might be a few things I still need to buy. And then the top is where I just hold all my rice cakes. There is some, this needs a good sort out. So I've got dark chocolate rice cakes that I love. I've got milk chocolate rice cakes as well. And then I've got some rice crackers, opened rice cakes, and a bar of dark chocolate. I do have Mawan blocks here. I don't usually eat sweets, but my son hates these because they're lemon. So I usually just have the lemon one. But that's pretty much what's in there. And then I've got all the tins there as well, which is mainly lentils. But there are a few bits in it that I need to go through. So let me sort that out now. So as you can see here, right at the back, I'll go in my cupboard, It's basically chickpeas, red kidney beans. I've got more chickpeas than I thought I did. A chunky vegetable soup, some peach slices, chopped tomatoes, gherkins, coconut oil to make my popcorn with. I do have 1 tin of baked beans and sausages, and I have 1 tin of baked beans. Again, my dad gave me that because they were throwing it away. He also gave me 2 more tins of kidney beans, because the tins are smashed up, but I don't really care about that. It's not changed the food inside. Also picked up mixed beans and cannellini beans today as well at shopping. And then I've got Jim Jam's chocolate spread and hazelnut chocolate spread, which my son now says that he doesn't like. So I need to find a way of using those up in some kind of baking. So any hints or tips would be appreciated. A small tin of almond butter, which I still got plenty left in, so I'm going to handle on the... And I've also got a half a jar of peanut butter, which my son likes. He had a peanut butter sandwich yesterday. I've also got a tin of salmon, and I picked up 2 tins of tuna today as well. So I feel there is enough for me for lunches and a few dinners too. So I've got plenty there. And then behind here, I've got all my sauces, like for my son. So he has ketchup, barbecue, and I have vinegar there as well because I love tuna and vinegar. Tuna and vinegar is where it's at, people. Just down here, I've got bread. So that's for sandwiches. Pitta, which I don't think he's going to eat between now and going back to his dad, so I might need to freeze them. Wraps as well, that's for, I make tortilla wraps or pizza wraps or something like that. And I did find 2 hot dog rolls there. I actually found 3, but one of them has gone a bit stale, but I'm going to wrap them in cling film and freeze them before they go stale as well, and I can get them out and I can bake them to make them soft again. And I had these 2 chocolate muffins that my son said he didn't want anymore, so rather than throw them away, I'm going to put them in the freezer, and then I can get them out for him for like an after school treat on a Friday or something. So rather than keep wasting food, I'm trying to find ways to use it up. So let me know of any hints and tips. I'm going to tidy this up and then we'll move on to the freezer. It's the next day. I didn't finish the cupboards or the freezer yesterday. One, I was becoming way overwhelmed. I was in panic mode because I spent so much shopping. So I went into this huge panic anxiety attack. And also my son came into the kitchen when I was doing it, and he wanted a bit of love and a bit of attention. So that was kind of like snapping me out of where I was into reality. I put everything back in the cupboard, and then I went and spent the rest of the day with my son having quality time. He's now gone to his dad's, so I'm sorting out a couple more cupboards to see what we've got, writing things down, and I'm going to make meal plan. So stay tuned. Let's see what's in the next 2 cupboards. So this is everything out of the cupboard. There's so much, and there's even like herbs and spices on this side as well. There's a lot here that I have to go through. But one thing I've noticed, I have a ton of pasta. So I think my son's going to be having pasta for a little while now. So we've got this pack here. I've got macaroni there. That's rice. I've got spaghetti there. I've got a massive bag of pasta here that my dad gave me to have. And I've also got some more spaghetti just down there as well. So there's plenty of pasta. So I think I need to make some more chicken pasta bakes, and I need to look at different pasta dishes I can. I will have a look online and I will do it at the end of the video. But if you've got any pasta dish ideas, do drop them in the comments. I'm going to need them because I need to put all this pasta. Also got my flax seeds and my chia seeds. These are 2 brand new packets because these are running low. And I've got some sunflower seeds also running low as well. I've got my red lentils too that I need to start using up. And then I've got all kind of like apple cider vinegar. I've got gravy granules, cocoa powder, tofu, coconut cream that I don't quite know what to do with right now. So again, any ideas, let me know. Worcester sauce and soy sauce, tomato puree. So all of it is going to be used. I just need to organise it in the cupboard a bit more. And I also got these slush puppy things that I bought for my son, but then a lot of people did tell me how many additives are in there, so he's not having them now. I'm having a little bit every now and again with them to use both of those up. But yeah, there's plenty of like spices and meals that I can make out of pasta, a bit of rice and lentils and tofu. So I will get all this back into the cupboard now nice and neatly so I can see what I'm doing. And this is stuff in the final cupboard. So baking stuff, teas, coffees. I've also got a little bit over here as well I need to go through. So we do have another Angel Delight. We have a couple of packs of custard and jelly. So I'm going to make a, what am I going to make? Like a trifle. So I get the jelly. I've got 2 jellies, so I'll get some jelly and I'll melt it. I'll make the jelly and I'll split it into glasses, let that set, make the custard, and then split that and put that on top of the jelly, and then get some like whipping cream or squirty cream, put that on, and then add some sprinkles on top, and it's like a little mini trifle. I've also got some coconut here that I'm going to be using to make some bliss balls with. Popcorn kernels, because I always make my own popcorn. I don't buy it, it's too expensive. I've got some ice cream sauce here, loads of dark chocolate, writing icing, more sprinkles. So yeah, it just needs a bit of a general tidy. And these are marshmallows that my son has every now and again. Some of them are still from Easter, so I've got to sort all of that out. And again, this is all teas and coffees. I've got some self-raising flour, loads of caster sugar for some reason, but we are making a cake for my mum's birthday, so we'll be using quite a lot of that. I've got some icing sugar and some basic normal granulated sugar as well, and I've got some ground almonds, and I will be using that with the bliss balls. I've also got some strong white bread flour, plain flour, baking powder. I've got yeast in here somewhere as well. So I'm going to start making my own bread rolls. I think I'm going to try bread rolls, not bread. I think bread rolls might work better. And I'm going to start baking more biscuits and cakes rather than buy them. So that's going to save me money. Let me know if I'm right on that or not. But I'm going to put all this away, and then I'm going to have some lunch, and I'll do the freezers tomorrow. Nothing better than a tidy cupboard. Not an organised cupboard. Does need a little bit more work, but a tidy cupboard where I can see what I have. Much better. Fridge and freezer next. So now it's time to sort out the freezer. Sorry about the noise, I've got the washing machine going. I'm trying to get all the washing and ironing and everything else in before my son comes back from his dad's tomorrow. So I just got some of the freezer stuff out. So we've got 2 freezers. We've got a chest freezer out in the porchway out the back, and then we've also got a smaller fridge freezer in the kitchen. So I've just poured everything out of the smaller freezer in the kitchen. I didn't realise how much I've just been stuffing things in, not realising what we've actually got. So in this one I've got some frozen pasta because my son had spaghetti and I cooked too much, so I just freeze it and then I just reheat that again. I've also got 2 egg muffins. I usually batch cook a bunch of egg muffins that he has for breakfast in the morning. I've only got 2 left, which shows me that I need to batch cook some more. And this is just some like tomato sauce that I made for a dinner one day, and I had some left over and I didn't want to throw it away, so I just froze it and I forgot that I had it. So I might actually keep that out tonight and have that tonight. Actually, that makes more sense. I've got a bunch of wraps, and I also know out the back I've got more wraps, and I've just bought wraps, so I don't need to buy any wraps for a while because I've got plenty of them. In this one here I've got pinwheels, which are puff pastry, bacon and cheese rolled up into a wheel. I've made a big batch of these. I've got 3 left, so that's another dinner that he can have. And I've got some random chicken nuggets. I did some homemade chicken nuggets. There's 3 left in there. So I'm going to give him them on the side of maybe his pizza that he's going to have on Tuesday. I've also got 2 Yorkshire puddings, but I've got a whole packet of Yorkshire puddings in the outside freezer. So I need to put them with the outside Yorkshire puddings as well, so that they're all together. I've got about 1/4 of a packet of sausage rolls here, like mini sausage rolls. And I've also got a big, massive packet of them as well, because sometimes my son has like a picnic box for lunch. So we'll have sausage rolls, mini sausages, chicken pieces. If he doesn't feel like a sandwich or a wrap, he'll just have that instead. I've also got about 2 chicken nuggets, just 2 random chicken nuggets. So I'm going to put these in with the homemade ones, and then I can get a couple out and he can have them on the side of his plate. I've only got about 3 mini sausages left, so I need to put these on my shopping list. I need to buy some more of those. And I've got 3 beef burgers in here, and I've just bought some more beef burgers because my nieces came and they have burgers for dinner. So I'm going to put these with the ones that I've got left over, so I don't need to buy any burgers for a while. And I also got a packet of the chicken stuff that I've just bought a load for for my son's lunches as well. So, and I didn't realise I already had loads. So I've got packet of these. There's 3 packs in a pack, so he's got those. I bought 2 packets of them. They were on yellow sticker. I popped them in the freezer. And then I've got the 5 for £1.50 chicken pieces that he's going to have for his lunch as well. So I don't need to buy any of them for about 2 more weeks now. So that's going to save me a little bit of money. Also got some cakes as well. I made some chocolate cakes a few weeks ago and I've got them in the freezer. So I'm not going to be making any cakes or buying any cakes for a while because he can eat the ones that are in the freezer already. I've still got 2 Star Wars ice lollies left, so it's meant to be a heat wave next week, so he can have those when he comes home from school. In here I've got some cheese puffs, so I make my own cheese puffs. They're a great after school snack, but there's only 2 left of those, so I think after next week I'm going to have to buy some puff pastry and make some more. Because when he comes home from school, they're a really good snack just to put in the microwave. They take 10-15 seconds in the microwave from frozen. And it's a really good snack to have after school rather than sweets and chocolate and all the junk food that they want. I've also got some frozen strawberries. I'm saving the strawberries at the moment. And then I'm going to make some strawberry jam once I've got enough strawberries to do so. So I've got those. And then finally, I've got some chocolate pans, which we're running out of date, so I quickly throw them in the freezer. So I'll get one out the night before that my son has them for breakfast, and he can have one of them for breakfast. So that saves me money as well. So that's the indoor freezer, but now I need to go and do the outdoor freezer. So these are the next 2 drawers. There's about 6 drawers in there all together. I found these 12-pack of Asda fairy cakes, so I'm going to be using them. I think what I might do is try and attempt to make some cake balls, so I might try and do that. I also got the ice cream. This is my son's favourite, Neapolitan ice cream, and I got 2 chocolate muffins because yet again they're running out of date, so I thought rather than throw them away, I'll freeze them, get them out the day before, and then he can have them for a snack the next day. So that's 1 drawer, so I still got plenty of room left in that drawer. And then moving over to this drawer, it needs a big clean, so I'm going to be doing that soon. I found more homemade chicken nuggets, so I took the ones out of the inside freezer and I put them together. I also found another bag of chicken nuggets, so I took the chicken nuggets out and put them in there. I've got a bag of fish cakes, about a quarter of a bag of fish fingers, and I've got these mini cod fish cakes as well. So he's going to be having fish this week. Definitely having fish. I've then got these here. I've got 3 of them. These are muffins, breakfast muffins. I usually wrap them in foil, and then when he's having like pork patties, I take one out of the freezer, leave it in the foil, put it in the oven on a low heat for about 20 to 30 minutes, and it comes out nice and soft for him. So we've got plenty of fish, so I don't need to buy any fish for a couple of weeks. Plenty of chicken nuggets, I don't need to buy any of that. And I've still got 3 muffin rolls left, so I don't need to buy any of that either. Ice cream he's got, and some chocolate muffins he's got, and cake. So I think I'm okay with like pudding wise for a few weeks. Okay, moving on to the next 2 drawers. So we've got some sweet corn here, and we've got some garden peas as well. And I've got half a packet of these crispy potato slices. They're in Aldi, these ones, for 99p. My son and my mum absolutely love them. And we're having a roast this weekend, so I think I'm going to do that. I also found in the other tray another packet. So I'm going to put those 2 together so we can have them for a roast this weekend. I got some freeze pops, which I'm going to put where the cakes are. These freeze pops is because when my son is playing with the next door neighbours, sometimes they give ice lollies, sometimes we give ice lollies. So pick these up for 99p in Home Bargains. So that is for my son and the next door neighbours when they're playing together. Also, I had 2 hot dog rolls left over when my son had hot dogs the other day, and again I'll do the same as I did with the muffins. I'll wrap them in foil, we didn't have any, that's why they're in cling film, and I'll put them in the oven on a low heat for about 20 minutes to soften up, and then you can have hot dogs one day as well. And I'll do exactly the same for the pitters when he has like a sausage and pitta sandwich thing for breakfast or for lunch. I didn't want to throw them away, so I just froze them. In this one there is a spare sausage roll. we must have just had one left, so that's like a lunch for him or something. And then in this one we have some more cheese puffs as well, so it didn't fit in the other one, so I've got some more cheese puffs. So I actually got 4, so I could probably last the first week of school. Then I'm going to have to make some more. So over in the other one, I've got half a packet of hash browns, which I forgot we had, so we can have that for breakfast with some eggs in the morning at a weekend. In this tub, we've got more sausage rolls, so there obviously wasn't enough room in the tub to fit in, so I'll put those two together so I know where they are. These are sausage rolls that I actually bought from Aldi. They're a quick lunch, so he's only got 3 left, but he does prefer the ones that I make, so we'll use these up over the next week or so, and then I won't bother buying them again. I'll just make them because they're much bigger, much more filling, and he doesn't really have any snacks afterwards, which will ultimately save me more money. In this tub here, we've got 2 pieces of toad in a hole that I made. So that is a dinner one night. I think that with some mashed potatoes and gravy would go down very well, obviously with vegetables. So that's an extra dinner he can have. And then, as I said, I've got the hash browns there. I've then got a few more waffles left that I forgot he had, so he can have them for a dinner one night. Here's the Yorkshire puddings that I've got from Aldi, so I'll put those 2 together now so I know exactly where they are. And then in this tub here is homemade meatballs and homemade burgers, so that's another dinner as well that I forgot that I had. So I've got plenty of dinners now that I've kind of sorted out some of the freezer, but I've got 2 more drawers to go. So the last 2 drawers, well, this drawer and the others, I just pulled out the drawer because the drawer is broken. I didn't want to take it out and not get it back in. So this drawer, I've got cheese tomato pizza because my son absolutely loves this, and I bought it for him to have on Tuesday when he goes back to school. This can be his dinner, and also it's a quick meal to do before he goes to martial arts on a Tuesday. I also found some more pork patties. I don't think there's that many left. There's 2 left, so he can have 1 this week and 1 next week, and then I'll buy new. I'm not going to buy new now. Some squashy drumsticks which have actually been opened, so I don't think he's probably got many left of those. No, looks like 2, so I'll put them in the bottom drawer in this freezer. We've got a whole chicken, which is why we're going to do a roast this weekend, and then I'm going to look out for another chicken on the yellow sticker and put it away for Christmas. So I want to use that one first, and then when I get the next one, which would be, I'm going to try to start looking September, October, I'll put it in a freezer, and then we'll have chicken for Christmas dinner. I got some pork mince that I forgot that I had, so we could do some stuffed peppers with this, and we've got half a pack of sausages as well. So over in the bits that are all broken, we've got another pack of sausages which I've opened, so I'm going to put those in with these here to keep it all together so I'm a bit more organised. And then we've got another pack of beef burgers, so I'm going to leave the beef burgers I found in the inside freezer in there, and these ones I'll leave in the outside freezer, but I'll make sure I use those 2 first. And again, I'm going to put this here because this seems to be where all the meats are, which makes more sense to try and keep them all together type of thing. And then I've got some vegetables, so I bought this root veg mash. It serves 2, and when my son goes to his dad, it's like I can split that in half and I can have one night and 1 the next. I also picked up some chicken breasts. They were on the yellow sticker. They were $2.50 down to $1.85. So I thought that could be some chicken wraps, or I could do a chicken pasta bake because I've got loads of pasta in the cupboard. Also found that I had this sweet and warming carrot and coriander soup mix that I forgot I bought, and with the autumn coming, that's going to be a nice thing to have. Maybe I can put that in a slow cooker because I don't actually have a soup mixer. I found some honey glazed parsnips, and that's going to go really well with our roast this weekend. I'll still have some left as well, so we can put them on the side. And then I found 1 random burger, which again I'm going to put in the indoor freezer so that I've got it all together. I found a packet of bean sprout stir fry I'm going to have over the next week. I'm going to add it to my dinners and stuff. They were on the yellow sticker from 50p down to 30p. And then finally there's an ice cream for the dog, and with the heat wave coming in the next week or so, or maybe it's already been, that's going to be really handy for the dog to have. So I think I've got plenty of meals out of the freezer and the cupboards. So So that is all the cupboards and the freezer all sorted out. I feel a bit better now. When I first started this video, it took me a few days to kind of finish it because I panicked so much. I never spend like £80–90 on a food bill a week ever, especially just for me and my child. So I really did panic, and I'm kind of grateful that I did panic because it kind of gave me a kick up the butt to really dial in my spending and look at what I'm doing again, because I've let it slip. I used to be such a savvy person and I used to know exactly where my money was going. If it was a need, I would buy it. If it was a want, I wouldn't buy it unless I wanted it like a week or 2 weeks later. But over the last 3 or 4 months, I've just been spending like it doesn't matter. And that was a really good kick up the butt for me to dial things in and get things back on track, especially with Christmas coming and we've got a couple of trips booked next year. And it's made me really sit back and realise what's actually important when I'm spending my money and where I'm saving my money and what I'm saving it for. So I think going through my cupboards and my freezer, that over the next 2, possibly 3 if I can push it, I can make meals out of the things that we have. I will still buy fresh fruit and vegetables. So in that, every other week I buy potatoes. So there's mash, I can make jackets, I can do chips, I can do all sorts of stuff. I also want to start growing my own fruit and vegetables because I think that will save me money in the long run. So I really am grateful that I had that panic, that I had to spend that much money on 1 week's worth of shopping, because it's really given me a kick up the butt to start saving and budgeting again. So not only will Christmas videos be coming up in the next few weeks, you can already tell I'm excited because I mentioned Christmas and I smile. But I'm also going to be doing a lot of money saving tips, budgeting and all those other kind of things that you can start now for Christmas, or you can get ready to start saving for trips and stuff that you want in the new year. Because for me, the most important thing is to save money to be able to make memories with my son. While he's still young, I can take him to a certain places specifically for children. But as he grows, I'm not going to be able to take him to those places no more because he'll be too old. And I don't ever want to regret it or feel like I've missed out on not taking him those places. And I can't just afford to wake up on a Saturday and then just pay £50–60 to go somewhere for the day. So it means that I have to cut back on things, and it means that I have to be a bit more savvy so that I can afford to do those things. So let me know what you think. I'm going to start home cooking. I'm going to start meal planning more. I'm going to start making shopping lists properly again when I go shopping, because that's been sliding the last 6–7 weeks, especially with the summer holidays. And I'm really going to start tightening my belt a little bit, really. So if you want to see some money saving and budgeting videos, then do let me know in the comments below. Any tips that you have, again, let me know and I will share them in another video so somebody else might see that and it might help them. Do you ever sometimes have this mild panic attack about spending too much money, but in the long term is actually a blessing? Because it gives you a bit of a kick up the butt, doesn't it, to actually dial things in and get back on track again. So let me know your thoughts. I'm really interested to know your thoughts, and we'll go on this whole money saving, savvy, frugal living life together. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate any comments you have below of anything that could help me or help somebody else. I'd really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up so I know that you've liked this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of those kind of videos that I'll be recording the next couple of weeks. Again, thank you for watching. I hope whenever you're watching this, you're having a good morning, good day or good evening, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.